Hello everybody, Disdonn here, and I'm about to do a little bit of practice, as you would call it. I have some voices and characters that I've done over a few of these videos, and I've also got a couple samples from Edgar Allen Poe for me to read as these characters. So, I'm going to start with probably the funniest and most inappropriate one first. Excerpt from Fall of the House of Usher in a Valley Girl accent. I looked up upon the scene before me, upon the mere house, and the simple landscapes, features of the domain, upon the bleak walls, upon the vacant eye-like windows, upon few rank sedges, and upon few white trunks of decayed trees, with an utter depression of soul which I cannot compare to no earthly sensation, no more properly than to the after-dream of the reveller upon opium, the bitter lapse unto everyday life, like the hideous dropping off of the veil. There was an iciness, a sinking, a sickening of the heart, an unredeeming dreariness of the which no goading of the imagination could, torture into aught of the sublime. What was it? I paused to think. What was it so unnerved me in the contemplation of the house of Usher? And then from the Raven. Once upon a midnight dreary, while I pondered awake and weary, over many a quaint and curious volume of forgotten lore, while I nodded nearly napping, suddenly there came a tapping, as of someone gently rapping at my chamber door. "'Tis some visitor," I muttered, tapping at my chamber door. Only this, and nothing more. Indistinctly I remember it was in bleak December, so cold, and each separate dying ember wrought its ghost upon the floor. Ew, creepy. Eagerly I wished the morrow, vainly I had sought to borrow from books and circuses of sorrow for the lost Lenore, for the rare and radiant maiden whom the angels named Lenore, nameless here forevermore. And then we have the Goth version of that. I looked upon the scene before me, upon the mere house and the simple landscape, features of the domain, upon the bleak walls, upon the vacant eye-like windows, upon a few rank sedges, so dark, upon a few white trunks of decayed trees, with an utter depression of soul which I can compare to no earthly sensation more properly than to the after-dream of the reveller upon opium, the bitter lapse into everyday life, the hideous dropping off of the veil. There was an iciness, a sinking, a sickening of the heart, an unredeeming dreariness of the thought which no goading of the imagination could torture into an aught of the sublime. What was it? I paused to think. What was it that so unnerved me in the contemplation of the house of Usher? Once upon a midnight dreary, God, I love this, while I pondered weak and weary, over many a quaint and curious volume of forgotten lore, while I nodded, nearly napping, suddenly there came a tapping, as of someone gently rapping at my chamber door. "'Tis some visitor," I muttered, tapping at my chamber door. Only this, and nothing more. Alright. Go down the list a little bit and get somebody a little bit more up to speed. Two things. Alright. I'll go. I looked upon the scene before me, upon the mere house, the simple landscape, features the domain, upon the bleak walls, upon the vacant eye-like windows, upon few rank sedges, and upon white trunks of decayed trees, with an utter depression of soul, which I cannot compare to no earthly sensation more properly than to the after-dream of the reveler upon opium, the bitter lapse into everyday life, the hideous dropping of the veil. There was an innocence, a sinking, a sickening of the heart, unredeemed dreariness of thought which no goading of the imagination could torture into aught of the sublime. What was it, I paused to think? What was it that so unnerved me from the contemplation of the House of Usher? All right. So that's just a few of them. I've got a lot of them that I've got listed of things that I've done or that can be done. Like the voice that I did for Flowey when he's calm and when he's psychotic. Because he's got the, "Howdy, I'm Flowey. Flowey the flower." And then he's got the, "You idiots! You have no idea what you're dealing with." Then there's just me going to a deeper register. Something more like the frog that I'm going to be doing in Chrono Trigger. Ribbit bitch. For the Nixon fish, what I did for the... Fuck. Need more jowls in this. For the Nixon fish, because I was such a fan of Zora King, and he has the muffled sounds of someone who's super fat, and he has jowls for days. Then those sounds, because I don't give a shit. Probably just smoke weed every day and stuff. Not much. And the Deckard Cain type old man voice. Because once upon a midnight dreary, while I pondered, weak and weary, I can relate, over many a quaint and curious volume of forgotten lore, while I nodded, nearly napping, suddenly there came a tapping, as of someone gently rapping at my chamber door. "'Tis some visitor," I muttered, tapping at my chamber door. "Only this, nothing more." Distinctly I remember, it was this bleak December, and each separate dying ember brought its ghost upon the floor. So I can do a couple old people. "Yeah, and then I looked upon the scene before me, upon the mere house and the simple landscape, the features of the domain, the bleak walls, upon the vacant eye-like windows, upon few wake sedges, and upon the few white trunks of decayed trees. Nyeh, with an utter depression of soul, which I can compare to no earthly sensation, for more properly than to the altar dream of the reveler upon opium." What? He's on opium? Oh no, we must get him to the doctor. Nyeh. Fuck. But, I really do love this mic. I really do. But I figured Noxidor would love to get a little bit of a sampling. Just a tittle of a sampling of what is to come. The more I get things figured out, both with the volume levels and the echo of the room will probably be dissipated when I get a new place. Because I'll be able to, if we have, say, multiple rooms, I can maybe start pasting up some eggshell on the wall to dampen the the room a little. But for the future, this is story time with Disdonn. Today's story, well, it wasn't much of a story. We were just doing a little bit of sampling what my microphone is capable of. And in the future, I may do a bit more of this type of thing, because I really do love this microphone. So, this has been Disdonn, dicking around with my new Yeti microphone even more than I was earlier. So, thanks for watching. Have a good one, guys. And like, comment, subscribe. Thank you. And I will do my damnedest to do decent voiceovers from here on out. Bye.